By now, most of us know that using sunscreen and sun avoidance measures are the best ways to protect ourselves from a sunburn. But according to a new study, despite our sun safety knowledge, many of us are still getting burned. The study results are next.
We've heard from so many of you, our Today's Health and Wellness podcast listeners, that you're having a difficult time leaving a rating and review for the podcast in iTunes. So here's an easy way to do it. Go to www.pleasereviewmypodcast.com/today's health for an easy step-by-step tutorial to follow. That's pleasereviewmypodcast.com/today's health. Now, reviewing and rating our podcast in iTunes helps us in so many ways. But most importantly, we get your feedback on what you like about the podcast. Thanks for being a listener and a subscriber and going to pleasereviewmypodcast.com/today's health. Researchers found that those likely to get a sunburn were young adults, those with sun-sensitive skin, those who exercised outdoors, used sunless tanner, and were obese. Melissa Pliang, doctor at Cleveland Clinic, didn't take part of the study, but said it shows that sunburns are still quite common.
Sunburn was fairly common. About more than a third of people experienced sunburn in that calendar year. And if you looked at young people in their 20s, about 50% of them experienced a sunburn.
Having one or more bad sunburns increases a person's risk for skin cancers and skin aging. And too much sun is not only risky for folks with fair skin tones. The study found that even people with darker skin tones had a 13 to 30% risk of getting a sunburn.
The study also showed that people doing outdoor aerobic exercise have a higher risk of sunburn, which is likely due to the possibility of sweating off sunscreen during activity. So it's recommended that those who exercise outdoors to wear a waterproof, sweat-resistant sunscreen.
Wear sunscreen. You want to really follow the directions on the package very carefully. You want to apply it before you go outside. Put an ounce of sunscreen, that's the amount in a shot glass, to cover your whole body. And you want to reapply every few hours, especially after swimming or sweating.
Oftentimes, people mistakenly believe using sunless tanner will protect them from the harmful effects of the sun. But this isn't the case. Sunscreen and other smart sun behaviors are still needed to prevent sunburns and damage.
It's important to know that even when we use sunscreen, we can still get burned, which is why it's important to take additional avoidance measures, such as seeking shade and avoiding the sun during the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Complete results of the study from JAMA Dermatology are in the podcast show notes.
Circle270media.com